Scott from HEXUS, and I'm talking to Scott Richards, who's a Senior VP at Antec. Now, Scott, what's this?
This is the skeleton. This is the world's first open-air chassis designed for users who want the ultimate in cooling and flexibility and high performance.
I've never seen anything remotely like this. I wasn't even sure it was a chassis when I first saw it. How come no one's ever made anything like this before?
Scott, what we found is when we show this, it shows that people that want this sort of product are self-identifying. The geeks, the overclockers, the hardcore users, they look at this chassis and they fall in love with it. Other people, I think you were kind of this way when you first saw it, they sit there and they scratch their head and they go, well, what if my bird flies into it or something? That's an honest comment. Somebody really said that. And we say, then, sir, this is not for you. Let us show you one of our other products.
Designed for aviaries.
Exactly.
Birds aside, the first thing that occurred to me is, isn't there going to be tons of dust all over what looks like extremely delicate circuitry and all that sort of thing?
Well, this is actually, that's a common misconception, because if you've ever looked inside a regular chassis with lots of cooling in it, dust comes in as a natural byproduct of being in any home, but in a normal box chassis, it has nowhere to go. Here we've got a 250 millimeter 3-speed fan that powers up every time you turn on the system and actually will blow the dust away. So dust accumulation in this design is actually less of a concern than it is with a standard case.
How does a company like Antec go from sort of the start of deciding to build something as different as this?
Well, Antec is uniquely situated in the case power supply accessory business in that we're a U.S.-based company. Our world headquarters is in Fremont, California. Of course, we're worldwide. Our products are sold in over 40 countries. But it gives us a unique perspective on the business. We don't have kind of the mental attitude of marching in lockstep and looking what everybody else is doing and then trying to do that too. We always try to think of what we can do that's unique, better, innovative, how we can give our customers something that really gives them not the most expensive, not the least expensive, but the most value for their money, something that performs better, works better, is unique in the marketplace. And we've done that from the beginning, and most of our products reflect this, and this is just the most logical evolution of that philosophy.
Okay, Scott, obviously the most conspicuous thing about this is that it's completely open.
Yes.
And that sort of pretty much gets rid of any conversations about airflow and all that sort of thing. Can you just tell me what the implications of its openness are? For
well, I don't know that it completely gets rid of any worries about airflow, because you don't. That's why we still have the 250 millimeter fan on the top, because you don't want any dead spots. Even if it's wide open, air can still stand still. You can have like zones where hot air could collect, and you still want to make sure if you've got graphics cooling, you've got CPU cooling, you want to make sure that the hot air is dissipated from those separate coolers. So you need some type of active cooling. You just can't have it just sit there, and that's why we put the 250 millimeter 3-speed fan on top, and 7-setting multicolor fan too, including for those of you that don't like color at all but still like high performance, an off setting, so you get 0 color.
And in terms of the performance it offers for people for whom cooling is an important thing, is there a real advantage?
Oh yeah, I mean you can't beat this in terms of just absolute cooling. I mean I don't even think that you can, even overclockers should be really impressed with the capabilities that they can get with this.
Okay, and I can see here that it's also got a little brother. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, this is the mini skeleton. When we introduced the skeleton for the first time in public last June at Computex in Taipei, we just brought along a prototype just for fun of a mini ITX version of the skeleton. You can see it's proportionately almost identical. We just scaled everything down and made it compatible with the new mini ITX form factor that Intel's been so excited about lately. We showed it around. People gave a very positive feedback on it, so we decided to bring it to market too. So it'll be available in just a couple of months for people that just want something a little fun on their desktop, maybe a nice little home theater system, as long as you don't have any small birds, and should be very, very popular. We seem to get real positive responses. Excellent. Almost people like this. I mean, I keep hearing the word cute, to this thing, which you almost never hear a computer chassis described as cute, but I've heard that adjective several times.
If you didn't have the big brother to compare it to.
Well, exactly. When you see the big brother and you see the little one, then it makes sense. You almost have to show them together.
And you said this will be available in a couple of months?
Yeah, probably late December, early January, I would think.
And what about the big fella?
Big fella's available now. Just arrived in our European warehouse this week, so it's shipping now. It should be in stores and e-tailers near you anytime.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Scott. We've been talking to Scott Richards, Senior VP of Antec, and you've been watching HEXUS TV.